I'm so sad and lonely. Sad and lonely, sad and lonely. Hi, my name is Nick Shell. I'm the internet receding hairline guy. Am I famous? Nah. Am I special? Nah. I'm just a man who's very confident in himself despite having a receding hairline. And I am passionate about helping other people embrace who they really are and realize this receding hairline is not holding them back at all. Only mentally, only psychologically, if you allow it to, which I admit, for some years of my life, I'm sure I did that. But I have my channel here. We've been helping each other through it. And I've got to the point now where I'm fine with it. I accept it. I will shave my head as I need to. But today, I realize I can't believe I've never done a video on this. You know, my number 2 most popular video is how to know if you have a receding hairline. And then there's a sequel to it that's actually better than the original. But I don't suppose I've ever done a video on how to know if your hair is thinning. Now, if you ask me, that's actually the bigger question. Because a receding hairline only means so much. I mean, there are 16-year-olds who have straight across hairlines. There are other 16-year-olds who have what we might call a widow's peak, or it goes up a little bit or whatever. That doesn't necessarily mean anything. I mean, there's grown men who have straight across hairlines, and then there's those who goes up, but it may or may not be receding hairline. It's kind of sketchy there to really know what to worry about. If you're worried about your hair loss, then I'm going to tell you the part to actually worry about, and that's thinning. Now, am I an expert? Of course I'm not an expert. I'm an entertainer. I'm a method actor. That's what I am. Now, with that being said, I am experiencing hair thinning, in addition to, yes, a receding hairline. But again, the receding hairline is really not that big of a deal when you realize what thinning is all about. Now, I'm age 35. When I turned 30, I realized my hair is thinning. Because, I mean, I first noticed... Ooh, there's a rabbit. Did you see it? I first noticed my hairline starting to recede around the age of 19. Barely, but I noticed it. But it would be 11 years later that I would look in the mirror up real close, and I would be able to see my scalp, which I hadn't been able to before. I mean, if I simply just pull up my hair, do you see that? Do you see how there's stripes of just basically nothing right there? Now compare that to this. If I do that to the side, I don't really see skin so much. But to do that right here, so that would be my test. If you're wondering if you really are thinning, just kind of pull back your hair and look for those stripes of just scalp and skin. See, when I say stripes, do you see how I'm saying that? Because again, compared to this, it doesn't do that. It's clearly thicker on the sides. So the thinning process doesn't stop there, though, for me. It also is in the back. Now, I've got, if you want to look up my other videos, I've got several that talk about baby bald spot. You want to look that up, and I'll show you in the mirror exactly the details of it when my hair was a little bit longer. But ultimately, right in here, and you can't tell it as bad because now my hair's shorter, but it's definitely thinner back there. Now, we may not truly call it a bald spot, but give it 5 years, and we probably could call it that. Of course, by then I'll probably be shaving my hair. And if I'm not, I'll be looking back on this video saying, oh, I was wrong. I actually have more hair than I predicted 5 years ago. But either way, I'm mentally and psychologically prepared to shave my head, because there's no shame in going bald. There's only shame in being in denial about it, right? But if you accept it, and so it's almost like if someone, you know, in the schoolyard, they pick on you for whatever reason. Well, if you're already overly aware of that and you kind of laugh along with it, fine. But even more so if you fully embrace it by just shaving your hair off when that time comes. It's probably a matter of time for me. But if you're watching this, and I hope I hope you're a teenager watching this, because I know so many of my subscribers are 15-year-old boys who freak out about, oh no, my hairline's receding. Is it? Maybe it is, maybe it's not. I feel that you really know for sure by the time you're 19 or 20, you get a better idea of that. But ultimately, what I'm going to tell you, especially if you're a teenage boy, don't worry about the hairline. Look for the thinning. If you do that test I just did, and you don't see those stripes, as I call them, then you can know that it's just your hairline. And maybe you're losing some of your straight acrossness but that could just be post puberty and you're just maturing into an adult. That's not the big deal. So please stop worrying about that. Look for thinning. Thinning is the thing that I'm saying is the true indicator that, yeah, you may be that guy who has to, I thought I saw a snake, but I didn't. You may be that guy who ultimately has to accept, all right, I'll be the guy that loses my hair younger, and how am I going to deal with it? So, but as I close this video, let me try to get some good light here. I just want to make sure that you definitely are able to see what I'm talking about. I'm going to do this test one more time. So, what I suggest, get your fingers and just pull up. Look at those stripes of my skin. You can see my scalp. Look, and even here too. I mean, if I do it back here, you see scalp. See that? Look at that. That's just scalp. Which is one reason I shouldn't part my hair. My hair is tilted to the side, but it's not like an official part. Well, particularly in the middle where it's the thinnest, right? And then look at this. I mean, I have to really, if I do that, it shows skin, but as far as, oh, I thought someone was creeping up on me. Like, that's my job to creep up on other people. But yeah, you see what I'm saying. If we're going like this, just pulling, just normally, it's a whole lot different than this. And this. My hair didn't used to do that, by the way. It used to all be this thick. But remember, I'm emotionally intelligent, I'm confident in myself, and I know that my worth is not in my hair or lack of hair. That ultimately, I'm being judged on my confidence, on my ambition, my ability. Those are the things I'm being judged for, my kindness. So, I've been through all that. Maybe you're just now opening yourself into this world of Nick Shell and him talking about the receding hairlines. Man, I've got hundreds of videos for you to watch to help you with the psychology of it. Because it's really about the psychology more than anything. And I think a lot of people don't realize that. They're so fixated on finding a cure for this. Well, there's plenty of guys out there who don't worry about this at all, actually, because they're psychologically okay with it. They're confident in the things that actually matter instead of the things that don't to the outside world. It's all in here, and it's a matter of what you do with that inside your head, not what's on top of it. My name is Nick Shell. I'm the internet receding hairline guy. I'm not famous, I'm not an expert, but I am here to shed some light on something that you think about, and yet you may not have had this sort of encouragement before. But clearly I speak warmth and truth and some things you needed to hear. Feel free to watch my other videos. I'll keep doing my thing, and I'm here to help. So if you have any questions or comments, I'll do my best to either comment back or make a video. Nick Shell, the internet receding hairline guy.